because I'm losing it. I just want to say that if I curse, forgive me. But we curse. We got it all out here. And ain't no way I'm going to sit up here and let the truth be told and not curse. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. So y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Y'all heard curses and it's bad out here. And it ain't pretty. So, you know, shit, let's be real. That's number one. My English is bad. I'm a high school dropout. You know, it's going to be real. I'm going to be talking like real shop. But I'm going to be talking from my heart. Ain't nothing written down. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So y'all got to forgive me. I'm going to be talking this twang. So, you know, some of y'all might get lost. I'm sorry. But I'm going to just do what I got to do. And then check this out. When I say I'm losing it, I mean I'm losing it. I mean that for real. This ain't no free speech. This shit ain't like just to make it sound good. So I get y'all into it. This ain't to make it so, ooh, he felt that. I'm losing it. You feel me? I know y'all can pick up the papers and see that man got problems. And I do, but we all got problems. And mine is about my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? He did tell y'all about my mama and the Panthers and all that. But let me tell you where I ended up, y'all. Let me tell you where I ended up. My mama was a crack addict. I ended up in Baltimore on welfare with no lights on in high school. So we got to really watch this struggle shit. If we gonna struggle, we gotta struggle every motherfucking day till this shit is over.
Let them know, bro.
You know? Fuck that. All that shit that went on in the 60s ain't finna happen in this motherfucker. I'll be dropping some of you motherfuckers who leave some babies behind this shit. Trust me when I tell you that shit. Cause God damn it, I'm losing. And the only reason I'm losing is because I never had a daddy. I never had nobody to sit me down and tell me this. You know what I'm saying? They told me, but I didn't believe it because they left my mama cracked. I'm telling y'all the truth, as much as you heard me, cracked out, homeless, no life in Baltimore. And my mama put motherfucking work in. Do you hear me? My mama was a gun-packing, what I'm talking about for you motherfuckers, excuse me. But my mama put in work. You know, to be laying up in the room cracked out, I got disdain for a lot of motherfuckers. You feel me? And that's why I'm telling y'all, I got to be serious. If we gonna struggle, the struggle got to come from our heart. It can't come because we looking to it from a king back then. It got to come because I'm looking at you and you look goddamn it good to me and you my sister. And I ain't gonna let none of these crackers take you down. You feel me? It got to come like that. It got to come from my heart.
I just want to quickly say, this is the most passionate, I'm not even going to say angry, this is the most passionate I've seen him ever. Like, this, at first he came in smiling, and then when he started getting real serious, it kind of like, I kind of was like, oh, I didn't know it was that type of, I didn't know that was going to happen, but he's being honest. I wonder what year was this? 1993. At this point, he was fed up. He was absolutely fed up. Like he said, he was losing it, you know?
It's like that. It's hard out here. Like they say we got war. And in war, everything is good. It's all good. You feel me? And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Because these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we starve? You know? And you can walk by 5 different houses and a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna be African American? We out here dying. We thugs and we niggas until we set this straight, this shit right. We gonna stay thugs. You know? And that's real, man. It's like a motherfucker, I have nightmares. I mean this shit. I'm dead serious. And whoever I heard, I apologize. But I have nightmares, bro. I swear to God. Shit changed me. I used to be a cool mother. I used to be cool. I used to be happy. I used to talk good. I used to talk without cursing. I used to walk, you know. But goddamn, they done took Latasha. They done took Yusef. They taking out niggas younger than me, man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So, first of all, him like saying like, he's pretty much saying that y'all have to own that the white people see you a certain way. Like, you can say I'm African American, I'm a strong black man, this and that, but at the end of the day, that time, white people only saw black men, black people as thugs. So that's what he's trying to say. Like, y'all have to embrace that. Not embrace it as like accept it, but just like know that that's how they're going to see you no matter what. Until y'all start making some changes, that's how they see you no matter what type of person you are. You're a great person. that's how they're going to see you. They're going to see you as a thug just because you're black. And he's saying 5 houses in a row and not one man is in there. You know, like he's like saying we need to take accountability. Like we're not being men. We're leaving our families. We're leaving our kids. And how he said his mom was left after fighting so hard in the Black Panthers and whatnot. At the end of the day, she was left homeless, stuck on crack. You know, he's angry. And yeah, he said something about Natasha. I'm pretty sure Natasha is a little girl who got killed in the corner store for stealing some juice. The store owner like shot her in the back of the, you know. So he's saying he has nightmares about that. Let's just keep going.
And we ain't doing shit. Nobody Hutton died 17 years fucking old. When we 17, you know what we doing? Killing each other. You know that shit kills me, man. Little Natasha got a bullet on her motherfucking back and ain't there one of y'all do a motherfucking thing. What the hell is this, man? Fucking losing down here. This shit grieves me. Only reason I came is so I could curse at y'all and get y'all in the right motherfucking track. You dying. We are dying. That's real. We ain't got time for nothing except war. And I don't care how you got to be at war, you need to put yourself in that mind state so we can be there. If I got to thug to be at war, I'm going to be thugging. If you got to be a Muslim to be at war, be a Muslim, but be at motherfucking war, and let's go fucking shoulder to shoulder start doing something. We can't do but so much marching, y'all. And I know y'all think it's right, but we can't. They not think we've been marching for damn near 100 years. We are marching on the anniversary of when we marched 25 years ago.
That's so true. To this day, people are still marching. And not to say that marching doesn't, you know, help because, you know, it brings people together, fight for like a goal, a similar goal, brings people together. It shows that you're united and that you're willing to fight. But at the end of the day, not to say that violence is the answer, but at the end of the day, like he's saying, you can only march so much. Like, how much more can we do? Like, marching seemed like it wasn't getting us too many places at times.
I'm 22 years fucking old. How am I telling y'all this shit? How is it getting to be like this? And then wonder why I went around calling myself a thug and a thug for life. Because we by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I got my ass beat by 2 white police officers, man, and it shook my whole world. I was a rapper. I had just did juice. Even though I was very progressive, my family been paying. I was really about just getting out here making some money. I had enough of poverty. I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I swear to God, I thought I made it. I felt good about myself. I felt good like I did something, like I was a part of this society. You know? And I always wanted to think for myself. And I said, okay, I'm here. I didn't get a move. I want to scream. I'm rapping. I'm trying. I got money in my pocket. I got bank account. I'm going to the bank. You know, I swear to God, on my mom, 2 police officers stopped me. What's your name? Tupac Shakur. Go ahead, bro. They start laughing. What kind of name is that? Shit. What's your name? John. What fucking kind of name is that?
The fact that he felt like he thought he made it and he thought he like finally made it out and was finally like doing big things. And the fact that he was doing big things, but the fact that that was taken away from him by ended up getting beat by these 2 white cops, making him think like, wow, I really haven't made it nowhere if this could still happen to me. So it's like all the accomplishments that I had really didn't mean nothing to him. You know, he's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, I didn't make it nowhere. I'm still getting beat by cops. Like, that's terrible.
You feel me? But I was wrong because these 2 niggas had guns. These 2 cops had guns and sticks and attitudes. So it so happened I jaywalked. I swear to y'all, I didn't even know what jaywalking was. I swear, I thought he meant that I was bopping. You know, like walking. I thought he said, J.cole, they stopped, 2 cops stopped me in front of my back, hands up, talking about the whole routine for jaywalking. Not for coming out of the car with a gun. I wasn't strapped at all then. Now, I swear to God, you're going to find me strapped like a motherfucker and ready to shoot. And today I'm on this podium, tomorrow I could be in the fucking Times. Because they going to have me. And y'all need to protect me and you need to protect your damn self. We can't do none of speeches, books, with you. Kinsey cloth, X-hats, potato chips, none of that shit. You need a motherfucking Mini 14 or an M16 or something. You need to start getting over some of these motherfucking crap. Because we done. We done. We can't be kings and queens till we still living. Do you feel me? I moved to Los Angeles. You know, and the reason I moved to Los Angeles, because I want to be where the niggas is kicking up dust at. You know? I don't want to be where these motherfuckers is building houses and think we got a part of this society. I want to be where niggas is kicking up dust at. So what if they got gangs, goddammit? They got gangs, but they kicking up dust. What are we doing? Go ahead, Pop. What are we doing? I know y'all tripping off because it's like, but on the real, all bullshit aside, on the real though, it's like, we really ain't got no choice, you know? Even though I know how you feel, I feel the same way. That's why I'm so angry. That's why I curse so much, you know? Because I feel like it ain't right. It ain't right when I'm 22 and this is the life I gotta live, you know? It ain't right that I gotta be, I'm like a fucking vet, you know? I wake up, man, sweaty, man, talking about Natasha. What the fuck is going on? Tell me why he beat my ass, why police just beat the shit out of me. I woke up unconscious, man. My face all cut up with Jay motherfucking walking. That shit just shook me. I'll never be right again, I'm losing it. You feel me? Yeah. And I'm out here rapping, I'm not even a cook. You know, a so-called cook. I'm out here rapping. What the hell's going on? I'm no record, no nothing. As soon as I started rapping, this what made me see me at war. As soon as I started rapping, as soon as I start talking that shit about they got me trapped, soldier story, I don't give a fuck. It's like I got comments coming from everywhere. You know, I got cases coming from everywhere, man. People that's supposed to be my king, queen. She just told the police I beat her up. I didn't even touch her. You feel me? This what I'm going. I'm losing it. This what I'm telling y'all. I'm losing it. It ain't all cool. So when you see me in the paper, they're going, damn, man, what's wrong with him? You know, hey, it's hard out there. It's hard out there, and it's even harder for a nigga by himself. When I go home by my motherfucking self. When I close the door, it's by my motherfucking self. You feel me? It's time for some soldier shit. You know, from the females and from the men.
I didn't even know he was ever on this type of, just like, really like, he's ready to go to war. Like, he's like, I'm pretty sure at one point he was like, we need to start taking these crackers out because they killing us. And not to say that I agree with that, but protect yourself, of course, and, you know, have self-defense, you know. But, yeah, he was so, I've never seen, I'm trying to think from all the interviews I've ever seen of him so far, I have never seen him like this. And it's really sad. It's sad for the fact that just to be so angry for a good reason, you know, he's losing it. Like, he's going through a lot. Like, it's traumatic. So, of course, he's going to be losing it. But it's just sad to think about that he was in that state of mind, waking up in cold sweats and saying, like, he felt like a war vet. Like, he's having flashbacks and PTSD and all types of stuff. And I just wish I wish there was somebody there who could really have, I guess nobody really could have helped at the time, maybe. But it also just shows how good of a person he was, because I'm sure there was a lot of people back in the day who maybe heard the story about Natasha and it didn't affect them. They couldn't care less because it didn't directly affect their life or their family, so they didn't really. But he's over here having dreams about it, nightmares about it. Like, he really cared about his people. And of course, anybody with a conscience should, you know, in a heart, should care about something like that, a little girl getting killed like that. But there's plenty of people in the world who don't care about half the tragedies that happen because it doesn't affect them at all. But for him to like internalize it so much to where he's having nightmares and it's really affecting him, like he can't just get past it. Like, even today we hear crazy stuff happening in the news, and if it don't affect us, we got to move on and get past it, and we don't sit there and have nightmares about it most of the time, even though it's tragic, terrible things that it should affect us more. But that's just because of phones and everything, internet, social media, constantly hearing that type of stuff, you get desensitized. But for him, I have a feeling even if he was alive today with all this technology, constantly hearing all this bad stuff, it would still affect him pretty deeply to his heart, even if it's a bunch of things happening all the time. I don't think he's the type of person to get desensitized. Like, he feels really hard and really deeply. And yeah.
That's real. And it's time for the women. I'm not blaming on you, I'm not putting you in your corner, but you have so much you don't know. You have so much power over us niggas. You run shit, but you just don't know. And it's a game. I know I'm a man, I'm gonna hit y'all to the game. When a nigga sees that you do anything for him, he's gonna run you. But if you keep your principles, if you stay your ground, you know what you want out of that nigga, you push that or leave that. Trust me, it ain't no shortage of young black men. With the trick, you know? That's how we gotta handle that. You know, we gotta handle that shit. We got to be more like down for each other. You know, I know we're not supposed to use the term gangster bitch, but damn. We got to be down for each other, you know? We got to be soldiers, man. They gonna write about us in 20 years, you know? It's that time, y'all. It's that time. It's the 90s. You know what the 90s is upside down? The fucking 60s. You know what I'm saying? We gonna turn this shit upside down all over again. And we the ones that got the power to do it. Did you see what happened on April 29th? Y'all didn't see that shit? On the news and shit, they probably was, hey, this fucking shit up in LA. I was there. I was filming a movie getting paid G's, but that night, I was there. I was in the streets with my folks. Niggas had, I don't care what they say about gangbangs in LA. Niggas had their motherfucking dogs up, and it was all good. Whatever say, I'm telling you, man, this is the sight I'm keeping this picture I'm keeping in my mind till it happen again. Because I've seen it for myself, and I know it can happen. And all my life, I never thought it could happen. But I've seen it for myself. I was there. And you know what made it happen? War, a common enemy. That's right. We was fighting a common enemy, so it was like, what's up? And that's what we need now. As long as we sit here and study for the common, we studying the fight. Man! Oh, we are studying to fight. Getting ready to fight. And we're doing all our fighting. Nothing's wrong with going to college, so I tell you I'm proud of you, but we're doing all our fighting and debates. We debate this shit. We debate for our freedom. We ain't gonna get it though, man.
I can see what he's saying, like talk is cheap, like just talking and preparing, constantly talking, preparing, but never taking action. But at the same time, just having those conversations does make a difference, although obviously actions speak louder than words. You need to actually put that into, action. But I can see what he's saying, like we're just constantly, we're not doing nothing, we're not making no moves, we're just talking about making moves, And that happens a lot today too. Like something crazy happens, we want to organize, we talk about all of this, but then in a few weeks, a lot of people don't stick to it.
Inflation. We ain't finna get it through marching. We ain't even finna get it through one uprising. We not finna get it through one April 29th. We finna get it every day, you guys, all of us, everywhere, see it as a necessity that we struggle to fight back. We have that as a right. That is our right when we were born. God put it to your heart to self-defeat your motherfucking self. Yeah. Fuck the next nigga. If that nigga want to be a gangbanger, he don't want to follow your way, fuck that nigga. Trust me, he's out of there. He's out of there. But you have obligations to your folks, to the niggas that fell before you, to handle your motherfucking business, no matter what it is. All of it ain't gonna be free, all of it ain't gonna be out there with many 14. Some of that shit gonna be staying your ass home with the kids. Put some knowledge in your kids' head. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas and all the females. Just because she a female don't mean she got to stay home with the babies. That's bullshit. Because I would much rather have some of these females out there with me in war than some of these niggas. It's a whole bunch of punks. That whole city of we African Americans, everything is equal shit, and this NAACP shit, I'm gonna speak on that shit. Because I was reading the paper, I saw NAACP at a celebration for the Emancipation Proclamation. That's right. Okay, so, from what I just said, how is the NAACP still a business? Oh, ain't nobody. How's the NAACP still in business? How's these motherfuckers still in business? Yeah, that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah, we let them do that shit. We let them represent us. How motherfuckers gonna stand there and talk about equal advance for the colored folks? Go ahead. What the fuck is that? That's right. Go ahead. And these be grown black folks. They be our color. Representing us to these white folks. And we be letting them do it. Because we proud. Because they got on suits, they got offices and shit. And everything that happens, they call the NAACP. We letting them do that shit. You know, they make us look bad. Really? We really are too, I'm not trying to take up for the thugs and the gangsters and shit, but now I'm coming from a different school. I'm coming from the Panthers, and that's what they did. They went to the street element, and that's what they mobilized the soldiers. You know, that's what my mama did. That's my job. I'm going to stay in the streets and get my thug niggas who was down for me in the streets. Because I'm going to tell you, when my mama started cracking and I was by myself, this brother right here, Tiny Tyler, was the only person in this movement anywhere that took care of me. Okay? So it ain't no motherfucking struggle if you don't take care of your baby. Not just yours, but the other soldiers, you know? What about that? What about all these soldiers sitting in jail? Where their kids at? Don't none of you motherfuckers give a fuck about them. Ready to carry a flag for them, wear their shirts, but you ain't taking care of their motherfucking kids.
Wow, he is going in. Like, it's true. Like, you got to take care of your kids. You got to put knowledge in their heads. And he's like, after my mom was, on crack and I was all alone, wasn't nobody there for me but one person. And it could have been a whole village there for me, but only one person really cared and really took care of me. He's like, we got to take care of each other. Like, the soldiers that go to jail who, were a part of the movement, got caught up, went to jail. Nobody's helping their kids. Like, nobody really cares. Like, if we're going to do this, we really have to be together. We really have to take care of each other. Like, not just people, not only taking care of your own self and your own family, your own kids, but of the community, come together and help those who don't have that.
Or they families, that's hypocritical. That ain't right.
That's right.
That shit ain't right, man. We got too many kids out here with nobody to put nothing in their head. Then you motherfuckers get mad when you see them again up in the courtroom. You know? Talking about why you rape her. Nigga, you left her by herself. Yeah, left her by his motherfucking self. So he learned how to be a G from the crackers, and that's what he learned. He learned how they want him to be. Nobody taught me shit. And my mama was a parent, My mom would tell me, but she was too involved in it to sit down and really explain shit to me. So it's a double tragedy because I'm like damn near forced to go through some of the shit that some of these soldiers went through, but because they didn't tell the new generation, they didn't arm us, I gotta go through this shit all over again. I'm still getting my ass kicked by police because the niggas back in the 60s been murdered every single one of them motherfuckers. They're gonna be down with the police department. How can I see, how the fuck can a nigga put on a police uniform in 1993? Fuck that. Fuck that. When the shit come off, if you still got that motherfucker on, your ass is out. And if you got on the armed forces uniform, your ass is out. And if you in the guard, your ass is out. Because niggas is armed. And
so he's pretty much saying, like, if you're a black person and you're a part of at the time that, or really, the enemy was the police because they were the ones doing the beatings, the killings, doing all this unfair stuff, profiling, taking black people to jail. If you're a black person and he's saying, like, how is it 1993 and you're a black person putting on this uniform when these people aren't for us? They're against us. And he's pretty much saying, if you join them, then you're against us too. But at the same time, isn't it like, don't you need people that are black and that represent you in those positions so that they can start to change things? That probably wasn't happening. It was probably a lot of black people who were sellouts. There's a lot of black people who be racist against their own people, who want to be in and want to be cool with the white people, so they go against their own people and pretty much accept the stereotypes about us and believe them. Like, y'all all thugs. Maybe if y'all didn't do this, the police wouldn't shoot y'all. Maybe if y'all wasn't doing this wouldn't happen to y'all. So I definitely see what he's saying. But Jesus, I didn't think he'd get any angrier, and he just did. It's crazy.
1993, the gang elements are armed, and they all back. As much as you want to think they dumb or whatever, they on their toes this motherfucking year. They on their toes and they ready to move. What are you ready to do? How you gonna handle it? Huh? When them niggas get out there with guns, what y'all gonna be doing? Watching that shit on TV? Marching? Singing? Selling raffle tickets and shit with the church? What y'all gonna be doing? I just want to know, because I know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing, but it would help me to know what my people was going to be doing when I'm out there. Because my mama tell me all the time, boy, you think you're going to save the world. Don't you know they going to kill your black ass? These people going to bother you. And that's that.
We'll get you back there.
So all I want to say in closing is that we got to be united under whatever. Don't let shit hold us apart. I don't care if you're from Cali, New York, or whatever, if you're a blood, a crip, or a thug, or a school student, or a scholar.
The fact that his mama was saying, like, boy, you think you're going to change the world? And he really did believe, and he really did change the world, and he believed that he could change the world. And that's the difference between him and a lot of people. Like, a lot of people just accept the world and say, I'm one person, I can't do nothing about it. But he, as one person, even though it was hard, he took that on. He took that, because there's tons of people who go through the things that he go through, get beat by police, this and that, terrible, tragic things, and they don't care to try to change anything. But he took that on his back and on his heart and made it his responsibility to change things, because he could have just gave up, started doing drugs, F it, but he still wanted to change things and make his people better and, move them forward.
Yeah, don't let shit hold us back no more. We got to unite by any means necessary, and we got to fight. Holy positions, hold. There's other Tupac out. Hold, black hands.
That was Tupac's revolutionary speech. That was crazy. I've never seen him so on go, so, just angry. He was very angry, passionate. Like, he wasn't playing. Like, I heard people, like, laughing and stuff, and, like, some of the stuff he was saying probably was, like, funny to them. I could see that. But he was dead serious. Like, he wasn't making no type of jokes. He wasn't trying to make nobody laugh. He was trying to open people's eyes. And I wonder if any of them got kind of offended, because some of the stuff he was saying, they probably felt like, damn, like, he trying to target us. Like, y'all over here marching, doing raffle tickets, this and that. Like, y'all need to do more. Like, y'all being hypocrites. And I hope that they took that to heart in a good way. And, like, we need to do something more, something better. Like, he's got a good point. I hope they didn't take that as, like, who does he think he is? Or, like, hopefully they didn't take offense to that. But if they did take offense to it, if the shoe fits, maybe they needed to hear that, He was only 22. And he even said, like, it's unfair that he's 22 and he has to be living his life and going through these things. He was only 22. That's crazy. He was 1 year older than me. That's ridiculous. He was a kid. I know 22 is an adult, but he was a kid, man. That's crazy. And the fact that he was like, he used to be able to just have a conversation, be happy, be cool. He used to be a cool guy. And now he has to curse. Like, he's like traumatized. Like, he's just like a whole different person now. And the fact that that happened in such a small period of time, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Very, very, I'm really glad I watched that. I can't believe it took me so long to watch that. I'm really glad I watched that. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next reaction.